Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learn back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Venus, sextile, or trine Neptune in a natal chart. Now, if you have, well, first off, I want to state that some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is, well, if you have Venus sextile or trine Neptune in a natal chart, you may easily love, which is Venus, pursuing your dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. Now let's say if Neptune is in Capricorn as an example, those dreams and fantasies may be tied into simply attaining greater social status, stature in life, career-related matters, career ambitions. It could be tied in with the Capricorn field, something with the government, politics, accounting, dentistry, information technology, architecture, construction, masonry, as some examples. If Neptune is in Aquarius, as another example, those dreams and fantasies may be tied in with humanitarian, altruistic endeavors, astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, meteorology, or aviation, as some other examples. And now when you have one of these aspects in your chart, so you have Venus sextile or trine Neptune in your natal chart, you may readily find that inspiration, which is Neptune, in making money, generating income, which is Venus. Now, let's say if Venus is in Pisces, as an example, the money may be made, doing something, with chemistry. It could be anesthesiology, something associated with poetry, dancing, photography, illusions such as special effects, or even something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology. It may be doing something where you could be helping those less fortunate than yourself, such as the oppressed, the impoverished, the homeless, and the hungry. Also, too, these aspects in the natal chart can also manifest in easily valuing, which is Venus, the imagination. And when you value, your imagination, you may do well and be proficient in things, that are, connected with it. Neptune is in Pisces, as an example. Imagination may be really tied in, it could be, things connected, with the paranormal, or, something that's really, fantastical. It may be using your imagination, with the metaphysical, which includes, astrology, as, some examples. And the thing is, or even with doing something with special effects or illusions, such as, working as a magician. So, also, too, the realization of one's dreams, which is Neptune, may be beneficial to one's self-worth, which is Venus. Now, I understand this could be true regardless of aspects in the natal chart, but it may be especially auspicious in these aspects compared to most. So, let's say if Neptune is in Sagittarius, those dreams, may be tied in with doing something with sports or the outdoors or camping, publishing, advertising, printing press operation, college teaching, doing something with importing and exporting, as some examples. Now, another thing too is that what's positive about these aspects, about Venus sextile or trine Neptune in a natal chart, is that you could be idealistic, which is Neptune, without being unrealistic in terms of artistic endeavors, and which is Venus, and even monetary endeavors in general. Now, let's say if you have let's say Venus is in Scorpio as an example, artistic endeavors can be connected. Could be Gothic art, or something with the supernatural or the occult, which includes astrology. It could be, let's say, if Venus, say, is in Libra as another example. Artistic endeavors may be ones that are very balanced, refined. It could be peaceful settings, romance, things, connected, um, with Libra in general. Now, also too, these aspects can be very favorable for artwork, again, which is Venus, and in doing so in solitude, seclusion, isolation, which is Neptune. Now, let's say Venus is in Gemini as an example. That artwork may be like animated or cartoon, type of art. Venus in Aquarius can be very futuristic, innovative artwork. Ones that could be connected with science fiction as some examples. And also, too, these aspects may be auspicious for the relationships, which is Venus, with, Neptune-related people, in general. And when I say Neptune-related people, it could be those, in Neptune-related fields, such as chemists or people in physical, which includes astrology. It could be, people that were formerly imprisoned or incarcerated, or, people that are in less fortunate situations, such as, the impoverished, the homeless, the oppressed, or the hungry. If Venus is in Libra, that could add to having more balanced, connections with these people, as an example. Now, also, too, these aspects may indicate a little difficulty in terms of escaping, which is Neptune, to peaceful, which is Venus, peaceful and tranquil, places. Now, let's say Venus is in the zodiac sign Cancer, as an example. Those peaceful and tranquil places may be very nostalgic, maybe going to, places associated with history, or one's, family, roots, ancestry, as an example. Now, also, too, if there's any issues, say, with the neck, the throat, the thyroid, kidneys, the lower back, which is Venus, it may be, it's more, it's really more about having the insight, to understand, those matters, and really being idealistic in dealing with them, as opposed to, unrealistic. So that's where that could be positive for, and also getting the healers, to take care of them. Things, really, it could be favorable, for finding, the right, people that may be connected, with Neptune, those that are willing, to sacrifice their time for you, as an example, that could actually, be positive in having the right inspiration to deal with those matters, if you do happen to get them at some point in time, I would say. And also, too, these aspects can be propitious for having the insight and the intuition, which is Neptune, in financial, monetary matters, which is Venus, and not less likely to be duped or be gullible in those issues, and being able to see, through some possible deception, some kind of fraud, somebody, say they're promising you this, and you can sense they're not going to come through, on it. As an example, if Venus is in the zodiac sign Cancer, it may be something connected, with people, doing something, with roofing, something with the home renovation or remodeling, or real estate dealers, as an example. And also, too, these aspects may be auspicious in terms of incorporating one's talents and abilities, which is Venus. It could be with poetry, with dancing, with videos and film, as some examples, which is Neptune. Venus is in Gemini. There may be, ability, for eloquence, versatility, doing things connected with manual dexterity, and being able to express this easily, like, say, through film or video, as an example. And also, too, legal issues, which is Venus, may be benefited by, it could be, photographs or video, or one's imagination, such as people working in, forensic reconstruction, as an example. And the thing, too, another thing, about Venus sextile or trine Neptune in a natal chart, it could also manifest in the relationships, including important friends, which is Venus, may be advantageous in terms of you helping you attain your ideals, which is Neptune. Now, if Neptune is in Capricorn, as an example, the ideals may simply be connected with being successful, attaining career ambitions, greater social status, stature in life, having, consistency, structure, and discipline as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying, stay well.